So The Patriot came out in 2000, had Mel Gibson in it, got definitely middle of the line reviews at the time. I think it's about a 62% on Rotten Tomatoes. However, I tend to favor middle of the line movies sometimes. The movies I like are usually critically panned just on beliefs and political ideologies and all that. But anyway, The Patriot, for me, again, historical accuracy takes a backseat to, I think, like emotional effect. A movie, as when there's like a book adaptation, the movie is always gonna simplify things and go for dramatic effect over, going line by line against a book or, following historical accuracy 100%. So when I think of movies' purposes, it's to get someone interested in a particular topic. And I think what The Patriot is going to do is really inspire someone to start looking into the intricacies of the American Revolutionary War into greater detail. So as far as inspiring that flame to research that time period a little more, I think The Patriot's going to do that. So basically, long story short, the movie centers around Mel Gibson's character. And this character had previously been involved in war, I believe against the French, Native Americans, prior to the Revolutionary War, and he actually was a loyalist, or maybe he wasn't a loyalist to the British, but he definitely did not believe that the colony should be uprising against the British. So I'm going to spoil a few things. So if you haven't, I'm going to try and keep this simple. Long story short, there is a trigger at which he turns around and he does come forth in the uprising against the British. So the movie is it's got its fair share of emotional storyline. His very young daughter. He's a single dad. He lost his wife, and he's got a couple children, and there's some drama with his youngest daughter. She's kind of mute through the story, and you just kind of like see her fear in what he's doing, going away to fight the war. And you got his older son there who wants to join the Union Army and go away, leave the family, and help fight against the British. And you got your typical old style European style battles, lines of soldiers, think along the lines of Braveheart. This is very much like Braveheart, set in the American Revolutionary War. So you got those line battles with muskets. It's really cool. Very, probably close to about as graphic as Braveheart. Maybe not quite so much, but there's some graphic scenes in the movie. And then you also got the exploration of an introduction of guerrilla warfare, that the Americans were using against the British. So historically speaking, I'm sure the movie is not super accurate. It's about as accurate, representing the American Revolutionary War as Top Gun Maverick is to, representing aerial battles. It's good enough, but again, it's more about the, the emotional, feeling that it exerts. So if you haven't seen The Patriot, if you're looking for a movie to watch and you enjoyed movies like Braveheart and Top Gun and Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, like The Gladiator, if you like movies like that, definitely check out The Patriot. I thought it was great, and it's definitely enjoyable to pick up here and there. I give it about, we'll say, about a 9 out of 10 on my personal scale. I think certain movies are operating at a higher level, such as Dances with Wolves. For me, Dances with Wolves is probably operating at a higher level than The Patriot. But I think The Patriot is, somewhat, of a timeless movie, just, due to the nature. I don't think the topic within The Patriot is, the principal concern of our society these days. But, I think it definitely will inspire people to kind of explore that, time period a little more. And, I definitely, I know that, definitely got me interested in that time period. And, Age of Empires 3, was centered around the same time period. And, it's just very interesting. We should be exploring our past. And, so it is kind of glorifying the American Revolutionary War, if that's your kind of thing. And if you haven't seen it and that is your thing, definitely take a look. And I'm going to cut it right there because, again, I only have 15 minutes to work with under this channel, and just trying to keep these videos as short as possible.